Hello everyone, my name is Fonihan and welcome back to another episode of Indie Game Showcase. So today we'll be playing Monster Prom. It is a multiplayer randomly generated dating simulator. Yeah, it's actually really weird, but I think that's the charm of this game. This game has a lot of wit, a lot of funny interactions, so let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. This game can be played as multiplayer, but I don't have friends right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and play with one player. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. That's definitely not me. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Alright, so this is all the playable characters. I think I'm taking a liking to this girl over here, which is the red, because obviously it's not a personal projection of my insecurities of being rejected in school and the fact that I am not at all hot or attractive in school. It's definitely not that, right? Of course not. Just go ahead and play as red. And we have yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remembered clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19 years old, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien Levy, 21 years old, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Which is, I think, what Red is all about as well. Scott Howell, 21 years old, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam the Lioncourt, 400 years old, XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geis, 22 years old, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Farah Oberlin, 23 years old, a mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose a prom date, and even more daunting, we only have 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. This is how the game goes. You have 4 events every single day. From those 4 events, you have the option to choose which venues that you're going to go to. Every encounter is always random, so in each playthrough, nothing stays the same, which is why it's actually multiplayer, and which is why it is actually interesting. So, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to go to the auditorium, sure. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you, figuratively, oral demonetize. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standard. You gain 2 creativity. Oh, and by the way, you also have the stats on the top right here. I haven't actually managed to discover its uses because the demo kinda ends before this thing actually matters. That must be the Hamlet play now, isn't it? Who are we going to encounter here? You see Vera looking at you at her phone. She's obviously pissed, so you decided to go talk to her. Of course. Ugh. Not another. I mean, I know that's what you've got to expect when you look as stunning as I do all the time, but still, not fond of demonetized pics. Not at all. When are you guys going to learn? Demonetized looks gross. Sending me a picture of your demonetized is not a treat for me. I'm not going to frame it and put it on my wall. I'm going to put it on a folder called Sad Losers, and then delete the folder. And then I'll probably set the phone on fire, just in case. Hey, you're pretty unpleasant, right? Help me figure out what to say to this guy so he'll stop trying to make me look at his wiener. Okay, so there is a choice here to be made. One of them is right, the other is not. So if you want to start building your relationship with your characters here, you have to know their personality and then decide the correct actions. But then again, as I said before, sometimes you encounter characters that you don't want, and in that case, I think it's better for you to actually piss them off I don't know if there is like a consequences for that. Alright, go for the burn or destroy his life. So the thing about this Gorgon, from several runs that I do before recording, is that she is an entrepreneur. She is very mean and she is an entrepreneur. So any options that leads to money will actually please her. So I don't think we're going to go ahead and go with this burn, but I think this is going to be better. Destroy his life. Photoshop all the pigs into a silly looking monster, make it the star of a weird kids show, and make millions with it. You make a joke out of them, become rich, and you own the copyrights to his demonetize. See? Sweet! Either he stops or he makes me richer with every demonetize he sends to me. It's a win-win situation. Or should I say, a win-winner situation? Huh? Okay, I'm not the funny type for sure, so I may need your help down the road for this to really take off. You'll be my assistant, executive producer, or whatever fancy title you want. Damn, you're funny and have a sharp business mind. That's surely sexier than a demonetize, which wasn't exactly hard, since his pics hadn't set very high standards, but still. Sweet move, you gain 1 fun and 1 smarts. You also earn +2 money as an advance for your salary as a systems executive producer. Alright. So, I think for this run, I will try to woo that girl. Alright, so now we are in a lunchroom, and again, the position of each of these classmates are randomized. So in this case, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sit in a table with that Gorgon so that I can woo her better. You take your seat, and if you didn't know any better, you would say that it seemed like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better, and you know that, yes, that is exactly what's happening right now.
Hey there.
It's nothing personal, Red. It's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. And that is a literal slave, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people. Having people buy things for me. Duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say. True friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you want on a platter, in this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost, boring. Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're as much asset as I am right now, but I see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting. And we could also continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's obsessed with us, we should tell him to do something totally insane and see if he does it. I don't know, a weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos! Seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. Alright, so as usual, if we want to woo the Gorgon, then we should choose the options with more money and some mean things. Now in this case, both of them are actually mean, but this girl, the ghost girl, is actually into chaos. So if you want to woo her, you should choose every chaotic things like throwing pranks at people, killing people in some cases, but that's for later. Anyway, let's go ahead and choose this one. You can easily grow this arrangement into a business. Just escalate the delegate. Have the financial slave go and acquire his own financial slave to give him money. And have that financial slave go and find a financial slave. So it's a pyramid scheme of financial slaves. That would increase our income exponentially immediately. Which are the two of my favorite adverbs when it comes to monetary gain. I mean, one financial slave between the two of us is already strange a lot to handle. So managing an army of them sounds draining. But as long as it's a pyramid scheme, we're at the top of the pyramid where we don't have to actually deal with lowlifes. Who cares? Meh, I think I'll just go check on my toilet wine. Oh, don't worry about her. Polly will know a good business idea if it slapped her on the ass. Which happened one time actually. But it's a long story, so forget it. Anyway, we can tell people in order to become official certified financial slaves, they have to buy a kit of supplies. And they'll start at dirt slave, and then if they get 5 financial slaves under them, they can become a pathetic ground slave, and then they can work their way all the way up to golden, diamond, platinum, South Show, mocha, grand, supreme slave. I'm surprised that I can say that all the time without stuttering. This was a great idea, right? We should go to business plan together and prepare to profit! Did Farah just say she wants to profit with you? Holy short, Farah sharing her cash flow is like third base for her. Awesome! Alright, right now we are at the nighttime, I think, which is like the third event from every day. So there is no way for us to actually secure where Farah is right now, but we'll try to do our best. Where would she be if she is constantly trying to make money? I guess the outdoors will make sense, right? Yeah, let's try the outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons or a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party! You gain +2 fun. You know this Farah and Miranda? Yes! We were lucky to actually encounter Farah in all 3 events, because again, all of them are randomized. You notice Farah and Miranda at the edge of the rave with their arms crossed. Dance over to try to find out what's up. I truly want to be excited about this uproarious event, but... I'll say that we're both thinking, this rave looks like a techno trash fire. I did not wish to be crude, but it is true. I want to hang out and have a good time, but I cannot relax in this chaotic environment. I'll put some thought into this, and I think that the problem is the lack of color coordination. It almost always is. That's why my father painted everyone in the kingdom aquamarine. But we have no legal authority at this rave. How will we ever coordinate their colors? That's where I'm stuck right now, frankly. If only there were some way. Okay, I think Farah is going to go with the first option, right? Filter everyone through this dangerous magic prism. Oh, you pull out the prism of the color separation that you crafted in your AP Attack fashion class. You toss it into the center of the dance and it lights up like an extremely deadly disco ball, my god. Look how it sucks in students so that it can sort them by their outfits. Fiendish. But why is it spitting out 8 students for everyone it sucks in? 8 students who are identical except for the color of their outfits. Great Gorgons. It's not separating students by color, it's separating the students into colors. Soon the rave is 8 times its previous size and even less color coordinated than before. People are humping their own color clones. My god, disgusting. You lose your appetite and also -2 charm and -1 smarts. And that's all! We hope you enjoyed this humble demo. Keep in mind that it's just a small slice of the real thing. Right, as you keep playing this game time and time again, you will start to notice and know all of these characters and try to make the right decisions. So let's just go ahead and try that again. This time, let's pursue another character.
Let's do this!
Alright, so we're back in the beginning. Let's try another place, perhaps. Let's go to the class. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forgot that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts, which you may be taking your education seriously for once. Polly sure doesn't seem to be. She smells like a distillery got drunk and banged another distillery. She can barely sit up in her chair. The teacher asks her what the capital of Spain is. 11. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. I mean, X, where X is the correct answer to this question. The teacher stomps over to Polly's desk, grabs her by the chin, and snips her breath. Polly, she asks, are you drunk in class? Uh-oh, this is one question with no right answer. You better cause a diversion before Polly gets found out. Alright, again, this ghost is, first of all, a drunkard. Second of all, she doesn't have any brain cells. And third, she loves chaos. So I think, yeah, this one will definitely create more chaos. So release the ferrets! You pull the cage out of your backpack marked in case of emergency, release ferrets. I don't know how do I have that in my backpack, but let's go ahead and go with it. The ferrets spread everywhere, crawling up skirts and biting ankles. Everybody's screaming and jumping up on their desk. Nah, Teach, I'm not drunk. There's just ferrets everywhere. I'm allergic to ferrets, or whatever. It seems like the reasonable excuse in this context. Class ends early, so Crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, can bring in Abercrombie, the pest control snake. You gain +2 boldness, +1 fun, and Polly's eternal gratitude. Alright, so now we are at the lunch table, and you can see here that everyone is randomized again. So let's just pursue that ghost girl on this run, I think. When you arrive at the table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their food.
Hey, boo!
Welcome to the Don't Need to Eat, so we just take dope food, pick some, baby! We believe that food, like children, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted a baby? Oh god. Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur, like last Saturday. There will be plenty of time to chronicle your exploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on these food pics. Oh god. Sometimes this game has a lot of dark jokes, but you know. While Liam and Polly were busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pic of your own. And now to complete your masterpiece, Liam is a smart kid kind of guy, so if you want to win his favor, then you should try to act smart or try to pretend to be smart. Meanwhile, the ghost girl is of course just chaotic, so let's see. What about this? A foot pic of Liam taking a foot pic, so meta. You level up. Oh, it's actually just Liam's choices. You level at your phone at Liam, but his vampire reflexes are too quick for you. Ha! Trying to out-meta the meta master, are you? We'll see about that. Liam levels his phone at Polly, just as she's about to take a foot pic. Now you're taking a foot pic of a foot pic of a foot pic. Whoa! Are we pointing our phones at each other now? I wanna play too! Suddenly, Polly got her phone pointed at you. It's a foot pic of 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 a foot pic.
2,000 years later.
We've done it! We've created the meta triangle! The most meta shape in existence! This is our first hour! The world around you dissolves into green columns of numbers and letters. You've done it! You can see the code! You are the one! The programming of the video game you are in awards you by raising your relationship points with the character known as Liam. Oh god. We don't get the ghost girl, but at least we break the matrix. Let's go to the bathroom, because I think this is where the chaos girls kinda, you know, do some things. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. Guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 short, but you gain +2 boldness. Of course, no trip to the bathroom will be complete without running into a group of your classmates doing something stupid. Okay, now we have 3 characters. Ah, Damien, you're the worst! I know, right? She means that in a bad way. Did you really have to set fire to our entire deck of cards? Oh, I don't know. Did the deck of cards have to keep dealing me shorty hands? Not necessarily. That's not how probability works. Well then, I guess I didn't necessarily need to set it on fire. But since when has that stopped me? Well, now you've stopped us all from playing poker! Now what are we going to bet on? Mama needs a new pair of shoes! Yes, and I derive an almost demonetized pleasure from taking your money. So, what's the new game? Oh, you know the perfect poker alternative. The stock market! I think if we want to woo Farah, then yes, the stock market is the right answer, but I think I'm going to woo the ghost girl again, so let's go with Russian roulette. Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? That used to be my favorite game before I died. Oh, wait. All in! Polly pulls an antique revolver out of nowhere, spins the cylinder, points it at her head, and pulls the trigger 5 times until it fires. The bullet goes through her intangible head, bounces off the ceiling, and embeds itself in the mirror right next to all the other bullet holes. I guess Vera and I split the money? Dang, I always lose at Russian roulette. Let's play again. I'll go first. How you ever died is a mystery to me. Hey, yeah, me too. You decided to get out of the bathroom to avoid any further ricochet. From the gunshots echoing behind you, it seems your friends are all delighted with your suggestions. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. Right. Okay, so let's try it one more time and see what other random events that we can get. Alright, here we go, the third tries. So we have visited the auditorium, we have visited the class, we haven't visited the library though. So sure, let's go to the library. Easy steps to enlarge your tentacles. Girls love a really long tentacle, or 8. Click on the link to find out how. That day you spend some time on the library PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Right, you hear a cry of anguish. It sounds like several of your friends getting their ass kicked at a video game. And it is! Your friends Scott, Damien, Liam, and the Slayer? They're playing Federation of Fables, the infamous super competitive MOBA. They spot you.
Yo!
Hey you, Red! We need your help! We can't let the mobs win! It's true. This is so serious that we put our feud aside to team up against a greater evil. 13-year-old brats that think they're better than us at FOF. We were kicking their ass, but their jungler used a super special skill on our mage that cursed him to roam the desert for 40 years in real life. FOF developers are crazy as fork. This game is insane. We need to destroy their base soon or we'll lose. Or you can just trust me. I'm playing Whaley Rex the Dino Diplomat. I'm in negotiations with one of them. If we reach an agreement, this senseless bloodbath will end in a peaceful truce. We need to destroy their base before Liam does his lame diplomatic thing! I'm Joe the Hole Digger. I'm digging holes to see what happens. I may need a bone. That won't help us in any way, Wolf Boy. Not if I can find a super cool bone. Come on, Red. Join this alliance. Let's fight the good fight. Now it all comes down to making the right choice, which absurd characters will be the game changer in this match. Alright, so actually this girl doesn't appear in all of the 7 characters, so I kinda wonder if she's actually like a secret character or something. Sure, let's go with the second one. No one! Just start dancing in a very stylish way. That always solves your problem, doesn't it? What the hell are you doing? Do you even understand how this game works? Dancing isn't the solution for everything! Or is it? You must admit, she knows her dance moves. Suddenly a message pops up on your screen. It says, "Sweet dance move recognized!" What? No time to ask, you need to keep your dance moves on point. What the fork did the FOF creators take when designing this game? Perfect score! Victory by dance! Who knew? You can actually win by dancing. Quite an unexpected strategy. I applaud you. Fork, yeah! You rock! Everyone joins your dance. Your victory dance is so good, but the enemy team gets permaban from FOF. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. But that girl doesn't seem to be happy though. Okay, let's try that. Oh, this is a different person. What is it? Welcome to my little shop. Buy some short. I have short that will boost your stats, short that will lead you into stupid new adventures, even some short that might be more needed at some very specific moments, so take a look. Wait, what? You can buy items? A PR agent? High school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing? A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as life and death. Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you've read it. Sexy fake Latin accent. Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey. But a Latin accent is a close second, to be honest. Sure, let's go ahead and hire a PR agent because that's going to help me with relationship.
No reason.
fun.
Have a good one. So let's go to the gym, I guess. That's the last place. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Wow. Okay, it's only been one match, and you can see that Polly and Liam are already bored.
Good morning, my sweet students.
Marvelous, my dear student athletes. This match was great, but I know the remaining 29 matches will be even greater. Time to get that blood pumping and those heart rates going. Why do we have to do this? I don't even have blood or a heart. Because I'm a ghost. Also, I hate playing with balls. Most of the time. You're right, Paulina. Physical exertion is for lesser beings with no conception of how to properly while away the hours. I'm not sure what you're saying, unless you mean you're down to help me skip this bummer of a class. Indeed, but we need to do so cleverly, so as not to get attention. Sure, let's throw a surprise party for Coach. Coach, we can't play anymore, sorry. What? Why? Because this is a surprise party for you! Fortunately, Polly always carries some party horns and lots of confetti with her. Surprise! Kids, really? Why? Because today is Best Coach in the World Day! Me? Me? The best coach in the world? Only because I have the greatest students in the world! I'm so happy. Let's call it a day, enjoy this! Instead of playing the remaining 29 mandatory matches, let's play 39 joyful matches! Oh god. This is not ideal, to say the least. Did we just somehow just end up getting assigned more physical activity? Nice plan, genius. In the end, you celebrate by getting muscle cramps everywhere and only end up feeling more alone. You lose -2 charm and -1 smarts. Well, it happens. Misfortune does happens. But yeah, sore throats aside from me yelling all of the dialogues, this game is really crazy. It is wacky, it has a lot of charms, a lot of wits, a lot of unexpected events, a lot of chaos. Nothing new to a teenagers. Which almost makes me sad that I missed out on some like crazy hijinks that happens back when I was in senior high school. To be honest with you, the only naughty thing that I've ever done in school is to skip class with all of my friends in the class. And that was only once, by the way, in preparation for the final examination. But, you know, that happens. I'm a very good boy. So, if you are also a good boys or girls, and you have those like inner urges to be rebellious, don't rebel in real life, rebel in this game. So if you like this game and if you want to play it more, there's a link in the description down below which will take you to the Steam page where you can wishlist the game or get it once it's out, because the sequel of this game is already out, so I will imagine that this game has been out for quite some time. And I also recommend that you play with your friends, so also persuade your friends to buy the game and help the developers. It's a win-win situation. Also, if you like this video, then don't forget to leave a like. That's going to help me so much. And if you want to help me some more, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And you'll get awesome indie game showcase like this every single day. And with that, I think I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.